Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Hello, my fun-filled flamers, and welcome to another rootin' tootin' shootin' up episode of Wah Wah with me, your host, Jonny McGovern. Ooh, girl, today we have a little Spitfire with us. She's funny, she's fiery, she's flawless. The self-proclaimed glamour toad herself, Miss Ginger Minj is here! Finally! Years in the making! Oh, we're finally gonna hear all that sweet tea, baby. But before she prances herself over here, there's someone else who's got a raging fire in her. She's the biscuits to my gravy. There's a lot going on south of her Mason-Dixon line, and she's like a summer night. Hot, steamy, peppered with the smell of night blooming jasmine. Oh, Lord, I'm getting all worked up talking about Miss Lady Red Couture. Yay! Did you like that introduction, sweetie?
You are nuts.
Well, in the notes they said Blanche Devereaux-like, so I had to give it to you. Oh, I had to actually slay.
How about that? Oh my God.
Well, hey, Queen.
Hey, Qween.
How are you doing, sweet angel?
I feel young.
Young?
I feel young.
Fresh?
Fresh.
Gorgeous?
Open.
Neat, petite, and ready to eat?
Uh-huh.
We got our matching Ginger Minj shirts on.
I was surprised they came in actual adult sizes.
They did
this
because
time.
we are grown-ass, supersized adults.
And some people don't make adult sizes.
No,
you
they
know
do
what I
not.
mean? And then they'd be like, oh, I'm going to send you a sample size. Bitch, ain't nothing sample about me.
No, there is no sample
You know?
about that.
So yeah, I'm glad. These feel good too.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
I like
we
the
can
stretch. Yes.
And you, earlier before the show, you said, I feel like I should go for a jog or something. You're wearing a very sporty bottom half of your outfit. Very sporty.
I love these pants. They're nothing but lycra and spandex. I like anything that likes to creep and just, make me feel nice and sassy.
Show off your pussy shape.
Oh,
She's got the fattest pussy in the business. Yes! Oh my God, what else? I'm your gay pimp. Daddy, we got so many different fans here today. And of course, the classic shade on you. Thanks to Dirt Squirrel, we got them all. And today we're going to slay.
Yes!
Well, honey, you have been busy and I have been busy. We've hardly gotten to see each other.
I know, which is like crazy.
You and I usually see each other every day for like 10 hours a day.
Yes.
Because we're either filming here, we're at home, we're doing something.
Right.
The last 2 months, we've hardly gotten to see each other if we're not working here together.
Isn't that nuts, though?
Well, at least we working, bitch.
At least we're working.
You had the Drag Queens of Comedy tour.
Wow. Oh, God. It was a dream.
It was so fun.
It was a dream to be able to perform for a sold-out stadium and just seeing all the faces, and then like the meet and greets kind of like changed me.
Yeah.
Because at first I was not a bitch, but you know how I am. I'm like, I could take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
Not really. More like entertainment.
Icon. You had an amazing time. That'll probably be back next year, right?
Yes.
Hopefully sooner.
Oh my God, please. Doesn't compare to your tour.
Oh, well, honey, this was, I was on the tour with Dida Von Teese.
Yes.
Who is just an incredible person.
Yes.
To be able to see Dida Von Teese do her thing up close, honey, every night.
Yes.
Honey, she is not playing. She did not come to play. She came to slay, much like Jay Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Like, she was so amazing. She does the number in the big champagne glass, sloshing around the champagne glass, a big strawberry that the water drips off.
Oh my goodness.
She does a number where on a mechanical bull dressed as a sexy rhinestone cowgirl, where glitter explodes from the ceiling. Honey, she is amazing. Miss Violet Chachki was on the tour.
Okay.
Dirty Martini, incredible burlesque performers.
Yes.
And I am the host of the show, honey. I'm there to do it.
Yes.
It was so fun, and so we did sold out dates all up and down the West Coast.
What?
And if you missed it and you want to see me, Violet Chachki, and of course our superstar Dida Von Teese, you can see it starting next month. We're going to, let's see, we're going to be in San Antonio, Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, Toronto, Montreal. You know that's where the best gay strippers are, okay?
Yes.
Montreal.
Oh.
And then Montclair, New Jersey. Hey, Montclair, New Jersey.
Yes.
And then we're wrapping it up that leg in Philadelphia. So if you want to check your local listings or whatever the hell you do to find shows, honey, and get yourself to The Art of the Tease, starring Dida Von Teese, me, Violet Chachki, and all the rest. That is going to be fun. We start again August 28th.
Yes.
Let you and me get back from Drag World. We fly in from London, honey. The next day, I fly to San Antonio.
And I'm gonna be sitting at home smelling my own farts.
No, you are not. You're gonna be home, slaying, killing the children, and working on your new album.
Oh God, yeah. Huh?
That's right, bitch. You gotta
Oh.
get back into the studio and finish that shit.
Why?
Because you gotta keep up with superstars like Miss Ginger Minj,
You're
honey.
right. You're right.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Miss Ginger is an icon. Yes! And we're gonna finally be with that glamour toad right after this very gay break. Yes!
Hey Qween.
Act out your audition for the cheerleading team.
Ready? Okay. Give me a drag.
I'm spilling the tea. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
It's Hey Qween Hot Tea, the show where we sip steaming hot celebrity lives and throw Hollywood shade. I'm your host, Mr. Jonny McGovern, with my favorite hilarious people, Julie Goldman, Lady Red Couture, the beautiful Brandy Howard. Oh God, it's so hot I don't want to touch it, but I just can't resist. Real Housewives, real plastic surgery. Richard Simmons transitions.
She looks like Kelly Osbourne.
Trixie Mattel. Manila Luzon. Yes. Brandy's bad news boyfriend is
Callum Best.
Obviously, he's good at what he does because he's fucked the best of the best.
Kylie, Chloe, and Kim have not gotten near a white dick since junior high.
Release the Kraken.
I cannot deal with that at all. I will go crazy. It's making me crazy right now. And now I'm insane.
Oh, but if you want the tea, honey, the total tea, girl. No O's.
Hey Qween.
Yeah. Honey. We've been waiting so long to get this diva on the couch. She is a cross-dresser for Christ. She is a RuPaul's Drag Race all-star. She is the love child of Jennifer Holliday and Meatloaf, honey. And she is one of our all-time favorites. And here she is, Ginger Minj. Honey, hey, Queen.
Hey! I feel like a beached whale right now, but you have such a beautiful couch. I had to splay across it.
Nothing better than splaying. I mean, you look gorgeous, sweetie.
Well, thank you so much. I feel gorgeous. That's not true. I don't know what I feel right now. I feel nothing. I honestly feel nothing. It's the booze and the pills. I
It's
think.
all these years. Honey, you haven't stopped moving since damn season 7.
Now I can't move.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't do. They just prop you up, you do your numbers, and then they roll you on out.
Well, that's why I was like, now's a good time. Like when I recorded my album, I said I'm gonna do just an album full of ballads. That way I can stand there in a pretty dress. Well, that's subjective, but I can stand there in a dress and just sing a song.
Oh, that must.
There's sometimes like you just can't function.
No, honey, your schedule must be so intense.
It is. It's like camping. It is intense.
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 Ginger's still got the comedy. She's slaying it.
I had to brush up on my dad jokes before I came here because I know you're one of the few people that appreciates.
Oh, I sure do. Lady Red, we finally got Ginger Minj in the house.
Oh my God, I am so excited. Oh, God. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, girl.
Oh, thanks for having me, Pumpkin. Okay. I'm so excited I could just pee right now.
You know, we had so much fun with you when we got a chance to chat with you at Austin Drag Fest.
Yeah.
We did it, you know, out of Yags, honey, just their taco time. And it's all, we always connect with you so hard when we see you, but you're so busy that we've never been able to get it together.
Can you please be honest with your viewers out there? They didn't know that it was me. Out of drag, I look a little bit like Rosie O'Donnell. And they were like, oh, this is gonna be big. This is a coup. And after whining me and dining me at that beautiful taco establishment, I was like, so yeah, just contact me. It's at Ginger Minj. And they're like, oh, shit. Oh,
well,
God.
that was during season 7
It was.
that we met you. And so when we came to pick you up at the hotel, we're like, where's Ginger? Where's Ginger? Who's this man
And
over
then
here?
Chaz Bono comes walking around the corner. They're like, well, that's all you look like you could eat. Let's go get a taco.
So, honey, things seem like they have not stopped for you 1 second since you got off season 7. You've just been working nonstop.
Yeah, it's been such a blessing, you know. I always said, like, I'm gonna take the bookings until they fall off, thinking this thing has to have a shelf life, you know. So I have to readjust.
Sure.
I get lactic acid, you know. I got to take a Boniva at some point. Me and Sally Field. You always think to yourself, this has a shelf life. And Michelle Visage always says, for every season you're on, there's maybe a good year that you can ride this wave. I was so blessed to be on season 7 and then to be immediately on All Stars 2. But I keep saying to myself, it's gonna die down soon. Just keep taking every booking, it's gonna die down soon. It's not dying down.
No.
And I'm already booked all the way into like halfway through next year.
Wow.
And I praise him every single day, girl.
Well, that's why I'm cross-dressing still.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Christ.
But in the light and the love of the Lord, I am able to apply this lash and get out here. And, you know, there are some times where I start to get down on myself, or I start to really let the exhaustion catch up to me. And I do what we all do when we get tired and when we get a little bit bitchy and we go, oh my God, I am so ready for this to be over. I just want to be home. I want to be home. And then I sit down and go, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You are in an airport in Australia and you're getting ready to fly to Manchester, England. Like, you really don't have it that bad, girl. Count your blessings, because it's not going to last forever. And that's what gets me through it. Just the amazing opportunities that this has presented to me. I'm so grateful for it.
Yes, that's right. The power of Drag Race is really incredible now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like we didn't have, like growing up, we didn't have a lot of gay people to look at on TV, and now there's so many, but Drag Race is like right there, like so many out of drag, in drag, the fantasy, the reality. It's pretty incredible.
Well, and the line kind of blurs between the fantasy and the reality right now. And it's because we've gone from being something that, you know, adults see late at night or early in the morning in the dark recesses of our society to being something that is readily available for everybody to enjoy and to take something from. And I was doing...
Sorry, I was gonna say, to enjoy, take something from, pick apart, rip to shreds, poke, kill, slash. I mean, people's
But I don't mind that. I don't mind that. And I think that's because it shows how passionate people are about what we do.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate. I'm a passionate person. If you think that I came across as a bitch or a cunt or an asshole on season 7, well, yes, I did. There were moments where I was at my weakest and I was at my most scared and I lashed out because I'm human. And I can sit there and pull that apart 100 times more than somebody who's an outsider just seeing it, because I know everything that went into that moment. And it's not my proudest time. It's not what I would try to advocate to the children to be like, but it certainly was a human side of me. And it made me learn a lot about myself. You know, I came from a really small town. I came from a Southern Baptist upbringing where I was told to pretty much sit in the corner and be quiet and not be an embarrassment to my family. because as my mother called it, I was artistic. And my mother was my best friend, and she tried her best, the best way that she knew how in Little Lake County, Florida, to advocate for me and to protect me. But my father was not always the nicest person. Actually, he was not a nice person at all. And we have a relationship now because of Drag Race.
Right.
It kind of mended that bridge. It built it, not even mended the bridge. That bridge had been blown up and left in the rearview mirror.
Really?
But we didn't talk for almost 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and Drag Race kind of brought him back into my life. It built that bridge for us to both get over it. And he's a different person, and I'm a different person, and I understand a little bit more why he was the way he was.
And what was it? What did you discover?
There's pressure. There's a lot of pressure when you get older and you have people that depend on you. My 7-year-old nephew and my 14-year-old nephew, they now live with my Christopher and myself. And my sister, she is 10 years older than me, almost to the day. So she's about to be 43. You're welcome, Stacy. You are so welcome. She's about to be 43 years old, and she is a special education teacher for the 4th grade. So I don't know how it is everywhere because I'm not a teacher, but my sister, she had to sign some kind of agreement that said once she was going to be the special education 4th grade teacher, she had a certain number of years that she had to stay with that program in that school. Well, when my grandfather passed away, my sister and the 2 youngest boys were living with my grandparents, kind of taking care of them. And the 7-year-old, Braden, who is just the sweetest person you're ever going to meet in your life, he was best friends with my grandfather and is the one that found him when he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, sorry.
That's hard.
And it really messed him up. So I wanted to kind of take the success that I was so lucky to have and put it to good use. I moved the 2 youngest boys in with Christopher and myself, and my sister, she still works an hour and a half away in Leesburg. So she's over there on the times that she doesn't have to be up early to go to work. But for the most part, the whole point of this story, long way around, is that Christopher and I are finding ourselves responsible for children.
Right.
And I love kids and I love my nephews, but nothing can prepare you for that.
Honey, you just got 2 full-grown babies up in your
2
life.
full-grown babies. And I'm paid very well. I work a lot and I make a great living. I'm not rich by any means, but I make a good living, and it's immediately out the window as soon as it's deposited into the account.
Oh my God.
Because they always need something. The 14-year-old is like 12 feet tall at this point. He eats everything in creation, never gains an ounce, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the 7-year-old is finally discovering food.
Wow.
Now that he lives with us. Because he was one of those, I will only eat rice and I will only eat chicken nuggets.
Oh, right, you're one of those kids, yeah.
And then you live with me and you're like, no. We're going to try chicken tikka masala tonight. And he's discovering food and discovering that he loves it. And he's really kind of come out of his shell. But long story short, I have realized that there's a lot of pressure when there are little people that are out there depending on you for everything.
Yeah.
And I think that my father, who was ex-military and saw a lot of shit in his day, just was not equipped to handle that. It doesn't excuse any of the emotional, verbal, physical abuse, but it certainly makes me kind of understand the root of it.
Yeah.
And all I ever wanted was, if I was a parent of some sort or a guardian, to take what I learned from that situation with him and my time with him and kind of make it better. That's what I try to do with everything in my life. You take a bad situation and you make it better. That's what my entire life has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a learning experience every single day.
Honey, that's like a reality show ready to happen.
I keep pitching this. So there's so much content for a reality show right now.
For real? That sounds like a lot, Ginger.
It literally, it takes a village to raise these two kids.
Yeah.
And I think people would just love that. So
I definitely do.
we're throwing around the idea of doing kind of like a podcast or something, just to talk about how we come from all these different aspects of life, and it all somehow melds together to raise these two beautiful kids who are like contributing to society. And the 7-year-old, he is obsessed with Drag Race.
Really?
Obsessed. And not because of me.
Right.
Because I was always the type like, well, he's really young. He was 5 when I was on the show the first time. And I was like, he's too young for that talk, for that explanation.
Sure.
Of, why is Uncle Josh looking like that? Like what's going on? He found out through everything that, of course, he notices the wigs that come through the house and the heels and everything. I try to keep that all in, like, the garage where all the drag is. But he put 2 and 2 together because he's brilliant. And he started YouTubing Drag Race.
Wow.
He saw my name. He saw Ginger Minj printed on one of my promo posters. So he started YouTubing that. The worst mistake we made was buying this baby an iPad for Christmas because he YouTubes and Wikipedias everything.
Wow.
And he all of a sudden, his mom was coming to pick him up to take him to his dad's house. It was the Jerry Springer episode. It's so much. She was taking him to his dad's house, and as she's pulling up, he's standing on the balcony, and she goes, "Are you ready to go?" He says, "Yes, God, Mama." Oh, and we all went, like, where the hell did that come from? And my sister says, "Where the hell did you learn that?" He's like, "Has your Uncle Josh been showing you videos and talking to you about things?" And there was another day where my sister was there and she was doing her makeup, and he went and sat behind her on the bed and is just just staring at her like this. She goes, "Baby, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm just taking notes in case I grow up to work like Uncle Josh." And she said, her being her, she's like, no, you're not gonna grow up and do that. You're gonna grow up and be a basketball player and you're gonna be a doctor. She's from Lake County. Cut her some slack.
Sure.
She is learning. She's learning every day. She's been part-time in Orlando for the last year, and it's the first time she's been out of Lake County. So it's culture shock, and she's learning. And I'm actually really, really proud of who she's becoming too. But she's like, no, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna do this, and you do that, or you could be a teacher like me. He said, "Why would I want to be a teacher like you? Uncle Josh makes 100 times more money than you do."
He's like, "Yeah, Mama."
Yeah. And so then she said, "Well, yeah, you can be whatever you want. I'm not telling you that." And he just goes, "Drag her!" It's so sad when the 7-year-old can tongue pop and read a bitch, but I can't.
Wow.
I can't. And I'm like, he is going to win season 907. So please tune in to Double Wide Diva, the Ginger Minj story. Coming soon.
That sounds good. No wonder you're so popular with the young, because I don't know if you saw that clip of that young, very young, like 10-year-old drag queen, Lactatia, where Bianca asked who his favorite drag queen was, and he said, of course, Ginger Minj.
Which, I have no gag reflex because I have no neck, no throat. And I gagged. I gagged when she said that because I'm not universally loved. I am not universally the favorite. And for somebody who was so young, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I sat and I sobbed by myself in the bathroom for like 10 minutes. Because when I was, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old growing up in Leesburg, I had no outlet. I had nobody that was a role model for me because nobody was like me until I discovered Pink Flamingos by John Waters. And I didn't necessarily understand what drag was. I didn't know at the beginning that Divine was a drag queen. But I knew that this person kind of looked like me and was not afraid to go out there and just say what they want and be themselves. And it was kind of that beacon of hope that got me through without jumping off the bridge,
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there watching this going, there's this baby out there who is dressed in drag and in front of thousands of people is saying that I am their favorite and that I'm kind of like their beacon of hope. I'm the one they look up to. I'm what they want to aspire to be. And it just touched me on such a deep level that I literally have never felt that before. I never felt like what I was doing was important before that. And it just like, oh God, it put everything into perspective.
That's gotta feel good.
It feels good.
Yeah.
And it literally, it makes all of the bullshit and all of the people who have negative things to say, and we all have negative things to say. I have negative things to say. It puts it all in perspective and makes you realize it doesn't matter.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you can go out there and you can help one person, like, your job is done. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, because I see having these kids in your life and also seeing the reaction of people like that young kid, it helps weather the storm of drama, bullshit comments. Because one thing I've noticed, Ginger, is even from the very first time I met you, you were always like, I know everyone thinks I'm a bitch. I don't know. I
wrote a whole song about it.
Yeah, I know. I never thought that, but it must feel different on the inside because you get so many comments, so much whatever.
We all feel different on the inside.